What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. And before I even start, I want to say a happy blessed Thursday to all of you watching this video. And secondly, don't forget, tomorrow's the last day for our Microsoft Surface Pro 4 giveaway. So this is a giveaway alert before we jump into the video. You need to subscribe to this channel. You need to go follow on Instagram. Link is in the description. And do those two things and you could possibly win Microsoft Surface Pro 4 tablet. It's our own personal tablet. We're giving it to one of you guys. We don't use it, never used it. It's practically new. So subscribe and follow. All right, so now that we got our blessings out of the way, I want to jump into this serious conversation because this kind of a crime that we're about to talk about is sick. It's pathetic. It's vile. I don't respect anybody that does anything like this. It is just one of the lowest things you can do in my book. So a 21-year-old college student was just indicted in Maryland on multiple counts of sexual abuse. And why does this have to do with the cruise lines? Because this gentleman decided that he was going to commit these vile acts while on board the Carnival Legend, while on vacation, while somebody's trying to enjoy their vacation. This pathetic human being decided that he was going to commit these acts, these multiple acts against what appears to be a minor while on board a Carnival cruise ship on board the Carnival Legend. So let's talk about it. So the Department of Justice just came out with a news report about Jalen Harris, this creep right here, and he's been indicted on 3 separate charges. He's been indicted on assault charges, sexual abuse charges, and aggravated sexual abuse of a minor charge on board the Carnival Legend. So let's jump in to the details of this story and find out what is going on here. So this case was filed in Baltimore, Maryland. That's where the cruise left from, and that's where the defendant is also from as well. He's from Maryland. I don't know if he's from Baltimore, but he's definitely from Maryland. So the Department of Justice press release came out and said that the defendant in this case engaged in sexual act by force against victim number 1 while on board the Carnival Legend cruise ship. Now, the press release also praises the Wingate University Safety and Wingate University Police Department. It appears that the defendant is a student of Wingate University, so the FBI does give them credit throughout this story as well for the cooperation that they gave the FBI during this investigation. Now, I want to read something that I think is vitally important to this case that the story mentions. It says the indictment also includes child exploitation forfeiture, allegations pursuant to 18 U.S.C. Section 2251, where the U.S. government seeks the recovery of any film or videotape or other visual depictions of the alleged sexual abuse. Now, because the allegations and the court records indicate victim 1 and the specific language that they're using, it is almost clear that this is a minor that was probably involved, which is why there's no details surrounding the actual crime. There's no details surrounding what happened, who the victim is, anything like that. They simply refer to it as victim 1. And based upon what I just read you, we would almost assume that this individual is a minor, which makes this gentleman, if he is convicted of this or if he is guilty of this, even more of a creep, even more of a vile individual to do this to a minor. I've got minor children, and you know, to think that, you know, somebody could do that and violate a child in that manner, depending on the age, is just horrific. And I feel for the victim in this, and I hope that those victims, not just the victim is just not the person who did it, or the victim is just not the person who this occurred to. The victim is also the family of that person as well. They've got to, you know, they've got to now help cope this individual with what happened. And yes, it's going to be way worse for the person it occurred to, but as the family of that victim, like, I can tell you firsthand, if that happened to one of my kids, I don't know what I would do. I mean, I would pray for the person who did it, pray that the cops find him before I do, but like, I just don't know. I think it's sick. I think it's vile. You know, I just think it's one of the lowest things I think somebody can do is take that from somebody, forcibly take that from somebody, and be okay with it, and not have any thought about doing that and taking something like that from somebody. Now, typically the cruise industry is not going to disclose or give any information, especially about sexual abuse cases or sexual assault cases when it happens to a minor. However, there is testimony from the FBI that actually states that 1/3 of sexual abuse cases on board cruise ships actually happen to minors. Now, I didn't know that statistic, but that statistic blows me away. It's pretty sad when we go on these cruise ships, and we're so vigilant with our kids when we take them on cruises and things. We want to make sure that they understand, like, cruise ships, yes, they are fun, but they also can be dangerous, unfortunately, right? Not only dangerous in the sense of, like, don't be goofing off and fall overboard, but dangerous in the sense of, like, you don't know who you're cruising with. There is no background check for any of these people to get on a cruise ship. We don't have to background check people to get them on a cruise ship. They could be sexual predators. They could be sexual, they could be people that have committed murder, for crying out loud, that are just able to travel. We don't know, but you don't know who you're sailing with. So I'm pleading with you as parents. If you have children, watch them on the ship. Know where they're at, know what they're doing. Encourage them to speak up if something is not right. It's just sad. I heard that 1/3 of all sex crimes on cruise ships are children or minors. It just blew me away. It just does. Blows me away. Now, the Cruise Vessel Security and Safety Act of 2010 does require that cruise lines report certain crimes to the Department of Transportation. The Department of Transportation is then supposed to take that information and post it on their website quarterly. Unfortunately, we've got a government right now that doesn't know what they're doing, and the Department of Transportation apparently hasn't been updating these numbers, but they haven't been doing a lot of other things as well. And I hate to bring it to be political, but it is part of the Department of Transportation, and they don't seem to be doing what they're supposed to be doing. I hate these kinds of crimes, so I'm passionate about it. It just sickens me. The Department of Transportation hasn't posted about these since 2022, so there's nothing for 2023 statistics. And look, I don't go to look at those statistics all the time, but listen, if you're supposed to be posting and updating people, post and update the people, right? That's all we ask. That's your job. So do that. Now, the numbers of 2022 are reported on there. Let me read those numbers to you because I think it's important. 2022, there were 87 sexual assaults on cruise ships for 2022. Now, of this number, there were 33 sexual assaults reported on Carnival, 22 reported on Royal Caribbean, and 7 on NCL ships. Now, we have no way of knowing whether or not these are increasing or decreasing because the Department of Transportation isn't posting anything. But look, let me know your thoughts on this story. Let me know what your thoughts are. I hope this guy gets everything he's deserving of, and I hope he gets the maximum whatever it is. So I think it's creepy. I think it's vile. I think it's everything under the sun. Let me know in the comment section what you think. Let me know what your thoughts are on this. And look, sorry to get so passionate about it. I just think it's creepy, and I think it's the most vile thing somebody can do. So let me know your thoughts below. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to follow on Instagram. And we love you. Happy day to you. And we will see you tomorrow. Peace.